Hi everyone, and welcome to Rum Runner Dance. I'm Dan Genovese. Today we're going to be making a classic tiki drink, the Jungle Bird.
Oh, blow the man down, bullies, blow the man down. You mean way, blow the man down. Blow the man down, bullies, blow him away.
The Jungle Bird is a classic tiki drink. Well, hang on. Not everyone actually agrees that it's really a tiki drink, but I'm not really sure why. You know, it came from the late 70s, and during that time, that's really when the golden age of tiki was really waning. Not many people were going to tiki bars, and tiki drinks were now getting eclipsed by what we commonly refer to as exotic cocktails or umbrella cocktails, which is why I don't put umbrellas in my drink, because just don't want people to confuse it with an umbrella drink. You know, think of those overly sweet drinks that came out in the 80s and the 70s, where you can't really taste the booze at all, and the booze has no place in the drink. It's really just a lot of flavorings and sweet. You know, the Jungle Bird kind of fits into this category because it came out of the late 70s, you know, in 1978, and it came out of the Kuala Lumpur Hilton. And it was really from there that they kind of created what I would consider to be an innovative tiki drink. So I wanted to share it all with you because a lot of people say tiki has to be sweet, or tiki has to be, you know, extremely strong flavored or rum flavored. But that's really the two-way people think about it. It's either so strong that it knocks you on your butt really quick, or it's so sweet that you kind of don't want to drink it. And that's not true. That's true of bad tiki drinks. And most tiki drinks and knockoffs of them for a long time were either too sweet or too strong. It's because no one really knew the recipes. Tiki held their recipes secret. And thankfully now with the cocktail revolution and a lot of people just open and sharing about cocktails, it's really about creating good drinks and telling people how to do it. Not really about trying to protect trade secrets. And that's why we're doing this. We're going to be going through the Jungle Bird's recipe, but I'm not going to be using the original one. I'm going to be honest with you, I kind of hate the original one. And it's because there's way too much pineapple juice in it. 4 ounces of pineapple juice. It's just too much, and it doesn't taste good. So Smuggler's Cove version of the drink, they cut back the original recipe with the pineapple juice back to 2 ounces. So that's the one that I like the most with it, but there's a small addition that I'm changing on it. They use a Demerara syrup in their drink, which happens to just be from them is 1/4 of the total 2-to-1 sugar ratio is Demerara sugar. I'm actually using a rich Demerara syrup that I've already created, which is all Demerara, so it's going to be really close in flavor, but it's going to give you more of those molasses. With that, let's start making the drink. First thing we're going to be doing is lime juice. We're going to need 1/2 ounce. Okay. Next, we're going to get Demerara syrup. Rich Demerara for this case. I'm using 1/2 ounce here. Excellent. All right, and as always, almost all of my syrups, just so you guys know, are 2-to-1. The exception of that is grenadine is always 1-to-1, in case you're wondering what my syrups are that I'm using. Next thing we're going to be using here is our pineapple juice, adding in 2 ounces. And just for note, Martin Cate actually used prepackaged and fresh, at least he did according to his book. You know, and I still recommend that you buy his book if you want to get into tiki. It's a great book. All right, next thing we're going to be using is Campari. So 3/4 ounce of Campari, which is kind of a lot of Campari to go into this drink, but trust me, it's going to stand up to the other drink, the other elements in the drink. And last thing we're going to be adding in here is rum. So this one we're using Hamilton Black Pot Still Jamaican rum. We're going to do 1.5 ounces of this guy in here. All right. Now, next thing we're going to be doing is adding our ice to our cocktail. So I normally do 12 ounces with a couple of cracked ice pieces in here. I'm not going to do the cracked ice pieces. I don't think it's really necessary for this one. But I'm going to do the 12 ounces of crushed ice, which I have a 6-ounce scoop here that I use. As soon as you put it on here, put it on high and then count for 4 seconds. So we're going to put this into a double old-fashioned glass here. Any double old-fashioned glass will actually work. Nice. All right. Now, next thing here that we're going to be doing is we're going to go ahead and we're going to put a garnish on this drink. I'm not a huge fan of the garnish on this particular drink. The reason is I love the color so much. I just like it to stand out on its own. A little straw here. I'm a huge fan of Surfside Sip. Use here. I'm actually going to use this little tiny bamboo straw. And it actually is cool because I don't know if you guys can see that. Hopefully you can. We're going to zoom in on it. We have a little tiny sea turtle on it. And the reason why I wanted to mention that is, one, those kind of customizations you can get on any of the straw. Make sure that you use the link below. You'll get 20% off your order. But if you forget and you go to the site, no worries. Just when it says for your discount code, just put RumRunner20 and you get 20% off. Here we go. That is our drink for today. That is the Jungle Bird with the Smuggler's Cove variation with a slight change from Rum Runner Dan with the syrup. Let's give this one a taste. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. The part about this drink that's so good is you're starting to drink it and you're like, woo, nice and sweet. It's just like a tiki drink and you're like, wait a minute, that's bitter. What is that? That's the Campari. So that's the part about it I absolutely love. It's surprising in terms of a tiki drink. So people always shy away from tiki drinks saying they're always going to be sweet, they're always going to be strong. This one's nice and sweet. It's not too strong. There's not too much rum in this. It's 1.5 ounces. That's pretty kind of standard whenever you're going to have a normal cocktail. Start to sip on this though. It's really all about, like, you get pineapple, obviously, and then you get some sharpness from the lime. You get tiny bit of sweet, so the sweetness from the demerara comes in, but you don't really you're not just looking for the sweetness of the demerara in here. It kind of gives it the molassesy flavors that plays onto that Jamaican rum that we have in there. And then on top of that, it's the Campari. The Campari of this drink it's 3/4 ounce, but for this liqueur and how strong it is the star of this drink. So it's the star in terms of it's the massive coloring agent to the drink. It comes through and it makes the drink and it cuts all that sweetness, all those other flavors. It has that bitter taste to it, and it plays really nicely with the strong Hugo notes that we have here from the Jamaican pot still rum. There you have it, the Jungle Bird from the Kuala Lumpur Hilton, circa 1978. Thank you so much for watching today and watching our episode about the Jungle Bird. Please go ahead and click like if you like the video that you saw today. Also, please subscribe because we're going to be coming out with a lot more videos very soon. And until next time, everyone, Akole Maluna. Oh, that's a good drink.